Oh my god, I look normal! I've got the lighting finally fixed! Oh my god. Hey guys, happy 4th of July. Today is July 4th, 2016. This is week number 27 of This Week in Tabletopping. This is for the 4th all the way to the 10th. And, the first thing I want to talk about in this weekly video, that I'm going to be moving this to a bi-weekly video. So the weekly video is now going to be a bi-weekly video. I'll put it out every 2 weeks. But there is a chance that, a weekly video could be back in place. But I just feel that there's really not enough going on to warrant a weekly video. Plus, it'll give enough time for people to leave comments and stuff like that, and that I can answer questions and all that good stuff. So, all right, weekly video going to every 2 weeks. This is week number 27, and happy to be back, guys. This has been 3 weeks since the last Monday video, and there's actually quite a bit to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is I need another player. So all of you Patreon contributors and all of you Twitch subscribers, you have gotten an email, or if you haven't gotten it, you should get it soon, saying that I need another player. Now I need a player for Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for your Euros out there, it's probably going to be about 8 p.m. your time. Perfect time for you Euros. So if you're a Twitch partner, or if you're a Patreon, I have an email for you. All of the details are on that email to contact me and all that good jazz. So this is a permanent spot, and I am going to be replacing one of the new players that has not yet played yet when I did my recruiting a couple weeks ago, about a month ago now. So like I said, guys, these opportunities are pretty rare. So take advantage of it if you guys want to play. The thing is, guys, most important thing, I need people that can commit to 4 hours. All I want is 4 hours of your undivided attention, and I promise I will give you mine for 4 hours. I've had to cancel a couple games because players aren't there, and this is going to be a great opportunity because this is for the Sunday Shadow of the Demon Lords game. Really liking Shadow of the Demon Lords. It's a very simple rule set, like Fantasy Age, like D&D 5e. It's probably most similar to D&D 5e. So if you're a big D&D 5e fan, this is right up your alley. It's also an easy rule set like Savage Worlds. So if you can commit to Sunday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., I would love to have you. So we're going to be playing Shadow of the Demon Lords for about a month. Then we're going to play the Zombie Apocalypse game for about a month. And then we're going to flip back and forth between Savage World Zombie Apocalypse and Shadow of the Demon Lords. So now's your chance, guys. I'm going to give you guys, all of you Patreon contributors and all of you Twitch subscribers, I'm going to give you till Thursday to fill that one spot that I need. I only need one player. So holler, I'm telling you, because it won't last long. So if you're on the fence, but just remember, guys, I need you to be able to commit. Please. I'm tired of people saying they want to play, and then as soon as they sign up, they change their mind, whatever. Sorry, guys, it's not a 5e game. Everybody assumes that it's going to be 5e. It's not. It's going to be Sunday, Savage Worlds, Shadow of the Demon Lords, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I promise. All right. Now, about Shadow of the Demon Lords. The next thing, we are moving on. I've got the Player's Codex done. It is 100% done. 50 PDFs that Schwab Entertainment thus far has graced us with for Shadows of the Demon Lord. Shadow of the Demon Lord, singular. I've got all of that player pertinent info inside of my Player Codex. The GM Codex is also pretty much done, except for the Adventures. Adventures and Monsters. But I'm kind of holding off on that because I'm going to have a very, very awesome and very special announcement here, probably on the next Monday video. I can't talk about it now, but I've been in talks with a certain company that I truly adore, and there could be something coming with Shadow of the Demon Lords pretty soon. So I will let you guys know, hopefully, on the next weekly video. Or now, I guess I should be calling it the new bi-weekly video? Okay, so look for that next bi-weekly video. Alright, so I'm working on a couple projects still. Like I said, now that I've got the Shadow of the Demon Lord player codex done, the DM codex, the GM codex is pretty much done. I'm going to finish up my tokens this week and hopefully have the thousands of tokens in my Fantasy Grounds token folder. I won't have to worry about making them as I go anymore. So I'll be working on that. And also I'll be working on the new DRIVETHRU FC videos that are going to be coming out. I've got, I took Portsmouth from the Skybet 2 League, and now we are going to be playing some seasons with DRIVETHRU FC. Got a little bit of a makeup change. Mark has done some art for the new logo for DRIVETHRU FC, so I really like it, and I can't wait to show you guys that. Now, as for Fantasy Grounds tutorials, I've got one Fantasy Grounds tutorial that'll be coming out today. If not today, it'll be tomorrow, and it is going to be part 2 of the rollable tables that I made about a month ago. So I'll be going into more advanced rollable tables. So that's what's going on for projects. Now, a lot of you, and I have been talking about this for at least the last month and a half, and it is, I'm calling it as Project Overhaul. And Project Overhaul is going to be dealing with a lot of things that are going to be going on with the channel. It's going to, you know, I've been mentioning the new Patreon page. A lot of people have been talking about the new Patreon page. Hey, I want to contribute on Patreon. It's still the old Patreon. I know it is. I have not finished the new Patreon page yet. Well, it is finished, but I need to, there's other variables that I need to put in place before I finalize it. So I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit. This is the last thing that I'm basically going to be talking about. Last major thing. And actually, this is the major thing. So you guys know that I have put my heart and soul into this for the past 4 years now. Doing a partnered Twitch channel, doing YouTube, running games, sometimes upwards of 5-6 games a week, including one-shots, and it is very time-consuming. I mean, very time-consuming. It is almost, when you start doing 4 games a week, it is like 2 full-time jobs. And if anybody says that it's not, they have no clue. Because, number one, it takes a lot of time to plan these games. I put a lot of work into each game. I put a lot of time into knowing the content for these games. I put a lot of time into changing content, writing content of my own. It takes a lot of time to cut these videos. It takes a lot of time to edit these videos. It takes a lot of time to upload them onto YouTube because the viewers, you guys, want them at 30 minutes. So just that process alone, just cutting a video, a whole edited video, it takes about 2 hours to start to finish to edit a video and re-render it into one file. It takes about 2 hours, and it does it very fast, but frame by frame. And then it adds in everything else, takes the changes out, you know, anything that I add in, all that stuff. Then after that, after 2 hours, then it takes another hour to cut it into 30-minute, I'd say at least an hour to an hour and a half of cutting it into 30-minute increments. Because every time I cut it into a 30-minute increment, I have to cut that 30-minute out and delete the rest of the video. And it does it frame by frame again. So I haven't found a simpler way of doing it. I've asked multiple people, and these people say I'm doing it the right way, and video editing is just very time-consuming because of the whole HD part of it. Sorry, guys, but, you know, it takes a long time to do this stuff. I mean, it really does. So I have had a lot of people, and and this is why I went back down to 2 days a week. I wore myself out doing this every single day. And I've had a lot of people the last 3 months saying, hey, why aren't you doing more games? We need more games. I want to watch more than 2 games a week from you. Well, I need to get back to work, guys. I mean, seriously. I mean, I have blown through my entire life savings. Of course, I've done that over the last 8 years or so, getting a couple college degrees, and then not being able to find a job once I graduated college, and then this kind of fell in my lap. So, the life savings is really not even a life savings anymore. It's about gone. So I am a couple, 3 months away from going into crisis alert. And plus, my son, after he turned 18, he showed up at my doorstep. So, I mean, I love my son, but that is another variable that I was not expecting. So the finance situation is not good. So I have to go back to work. And, this Patreon is going to see if the people really want me to do 4 games a week again. Now, I'm doing 2 on the weekend because I'm still going to do 2 games regardless if I don't go back to work full-time, or if I do go back to work full-time, I'm still going to be doing my games on Saturday and Sunday. Pending, hopefully, my schedule will allow me to permit me to continue to do my games on Saturday and Sunday. I hope they do, because I do not want to lose my players. I love my players. They are great players. They're great role players. They've made me become a better dungeon master, game master, whatever you want to call it. And so that's why I'm making this Patreon. There are going to be several levels. If the community wants me to go back to 4 games a week, I will do so. But it is going to take, it's going to have to be through Patreon and also Twitch. So, because it does take a lot of time to do this, and anybody out there that DMs on virtual tabletops will agree with me that this is a lot of work, especially with video editing, etc., everything else. So, I'm going to be releasing a new Patreon page like I've been talking about the last month and a half. And this Patreon page is going to have different subscriber levels that you can contribute. There will be a basic, donate anything you want. You can be a patron in any amount that you want. It will give you, it will unlock being able to watch the videos on YouTube early. I'm going to be moving all of the videos to about maybe 5 to 6, 7, maybe a week delayed release. I haven't made up my mind yet on how many days that's going to be. Anywhere between 3 and 7 days. But the Patreon contributors, and there's no way that I'll be able to do that for the, well, I might be able to do it. Yeah, I could do it for the Twitch subscribers as well, because of the email system that they have. So I will be able to do that. I didn't think about that, but yeah. So I'll be able to give to Twitch subscribers as well. So you'll be able to watch the videos early. And I'm also going to be doing, on the bye week, that I'm not doing the weekly video, I'm going to be doing a Patreon video. And the Patreon video is going to be available for everybody that is a Patreon contributor. And I'm going to have you guys come on with me, and we are going to talk about games, and we are going to design, we are going to put together my game. I've got 10 spiral ring notebooks and about 15 ledger books, black and white ledger books, like this one right here, that are just jam-packed full of stuff that I've been writing for years and years and years about a world that I've created. And I'm going to be putting that into documents and PDFs. And that is going to be one of the levels of Patreon that will allow me to do that. Now, as for the games, there's going to be several options for games. So the more Patreon contributors there will be, the higher the threshold gets and the amount gets, then it can unlock the Friday game. I will go back to Friday, and it will be a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game. I miss playing 5e. I like 5e. I am critical of it, but I do love 5e. So, that will be a Patreon game. That will not be my the players that I currently have. I will be doing that for the Patreons, and I don't know. I'm not sure. Now, it's going to depend on the amount of Patreons. Now, do the Patreons want it to be Adventurers League, or the Curse of Strahd? Do the patrons want it to be Curse of Strahd, or do they want it to be the same players? That is yet to be determined. But when it gets to that point, if it gets to that point, to where the patronage will get to a certain level, and the Friday game unlocks, which I don't know what the amount will be yet, but the Friday game will unlock, and then we'll go from there. But all that will be included in, with the patronage. Now, there could be a 4th game unlocked. Now, the 4th game will definitely be Adventure League. Now, the Adventure League will be weekly. It'll be with the entire community. You'll be using official Dungeons & Dragons characters that are registered with Wizards of the Coast. You'll need a DCI number, and that will be a possible 4th game a week. Now, that is going to need to hit a patron threshold as well. So that will put me back to 4 games a week. Possibility. There's a possibility. So, now, there's also going to be some other things. I'm going to be, like I said, doing my game, and I'm going to be using the mechanics for Shadow of the Demon Lords. And I'll be using the D20 license for that. So, everything that I write will go through the Patreons. The Patreons will get every document that I put together, and they will play. All the Patreons will play test it. They'll give me feedback before I put it in like a final PDF. So you guys are going to have the opportunity to do that as well. Now, the Patreons at certain levels, so you're going to help me design. You're going to be able to create your own town. You're going to be able to create your own class, your own monster, your own items, whatever you want. And I have a pretty awesome magic item system that I want to, I guess you could say, test. It's not going to be 100% official, but not as of yet. But patrons will be able to test that out. I think it'll be pretty fun. It's not in any game. It's not that I've seen, and I just want something. I just want something a little different. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of perks, and then there's also going to be a lot of people have asked me in the past, hey, Dave, you're a great DM. I appreciate those comments, guys. I'm still learning. I know I'm not the worst game master out there. I know I'm not the best, and I'm not the worst. So I appreciate everybody's positive feedback and also your negative feedback as well. And yes, I am a nice GM. And I get a lot of negative emails saying that I'm a nice GM. So, and sometimes they say I'm a little too nice, which I actually agree. So, I've had people ask me, hey, Dave, how much would you charge a week to GM myself and 3 or 4 friends for a game? Well, I have no clue. And I've been asked that probably a dozen or 2 dozen times in the last couple of years. So I am going to have an option on Patreon for that as well. So the price is still, I'm still trying to think about that. But like I said, guys, people want me to do more games, but it takes time, and I have to get back to work. And unfortunately, that's just the way it's got to be. Because I have to keep this roof over my head, I have to keep these lights on, I have to keep food in my gut, food in my son's gut, even though my son does work and he does help out. Well, he buys his own stuff on, like, when he's at work and stuff, so that's how he helps out. He doesn't ask me for lunch money anymore, which is cool. But have to keep gas in the car, have to keep insurance, yada yada yada. You guys know all about this. So this is what Patreon is going to be about, and we'll see. It depends on Patreon. So that is Patreon. Now, there's going to be a lot of things going on at the same time with Patreon. The first thing is I am doing a new website. The website is 4 years old. It looks 4 years old, and I'm redoing it. This will probably be the last time that I redo the website. Going to be redoing everything. Everything is going to be much more brighter, much more nicer, and easier to navigate. So I've got somebody helping me with a new web design, and I'm going to be launching everything at the same time. I don't want to do one thing, then a week later do something else, and a week later do something else. I want this to be all at one time. I don't want to rush this, because this is it, guys. This is the last time that I'm switching everything around. This is the last attempt to, satisfy the masses on doing 4 games a week or more. So, going to be launching a new website. Going to be redoing the Twitch page. All new art. I've got a new artist named Mark. He is a great artist. We've gotten together. He's going to be doing art for the channels. He's done a new Football Manager logo. He's going to be doing a new logo. And there's also a possibility that, there's going to be some animated intros also. I found a videographer. He's going to be working with Mark, which they have been working together. We're just waiting for art right now. And then the animated videos will be made. Intros and stuff like that. So, need that to be done, because that needs to be on Patreon as well. All of the social media stuff is going to be changed. I mean, everything. 100% facelift. Brighter and everything else. I'm tired of this black, dark, gloomy death stuff. Even though black is my favorite color, I do want to spruce it up a bit. Now, there's also going to be the EXP bot. All right, you guys, I've mentioned the EXP bot. Well, I've got one of my friends, one of my players. He is working on modifying the XP bot to where when I start streaming my prepping and stuff, which I'll be doing a lot more, you'll be able to use your XP to purchase songs from YouTube. And you'll be able to hear the songs. It'll be sort of like an EXP jukebox, plus with all the same commands and stuff like that. Now, as for buying perks and for buying spins for the wheel, you're going to be able to do that as well, and you're going to do that through the new website. So if you want to buy the party a boon for the night, then you can do so through the website, and then the website will then in turn notify me, and then I'll be able to apply the boon. And it'll automatically deduct. I won't have to worry about it. The mods won't have to worry about it. Boom. It'll be just done. So that's going to be really nice. You're also going to be able to buy emoticons. So you'll be able to, when somebody makes a donation, they can write what they want in there. So this is going to be the same thing. You spend your XP, and this is going to be experimental, because I'm sure some people are going to put some pretty crazy shit in here. So if it's abused, I'll disconnect it. So, but you'll be able to do some pretty crazy emotes too. And it's all going to cost your EXP that you get for watching the games. So there you go. So all of this, guys, is a lot of work. And it's not just myself doing it. It's a coder, a programmer, a web designer, an artist, and a videographer. So there's, 5 people, 6 people working on this. And I thank every one of those people from the bottom of my heart for helping me do this. I really do. So Mark and Josh and Worm, I thank you guys. I thank everybody. Chris, I appreciate you as well with your insight. So, and I also thank Vay too, because Vay has done a lot for the channel in the last 4 years. All of the art that you see, she has pretty much done. And I thank Vay as well. And there you go. So that's the whole Patreon story, guys. Patreon's coming, but I cannot rush it. It has to be perfect. I mean, it has to be perfect. Once I hit finalize and, basically finalize everything at one time, that's it. I'm not going back. I'm not redoing stuff. This is it. So, there you go. Alright, guys. that's it on Patreon and stuff like that. So if you guys want to continue to contribute on Twitch and be a subscriber on Twitch, great. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I really do. But Patreon is where it's at. Patreon, Twitch takes 50%, and that's a huge chunk. That's if a subscription is $5, Twitch takes half, and I get half. Patreon, they only take about 2 or 3%. So that's a huge difference. So if you guys want to use Patreon over Twitch, that would be fine with me. So a lot of people have asked me, Dave, do you want me to quit Twitch and use Patreon? That's up to you. But I thank you guys for being subscribers. I've got 24, 28-month subscribers. West River Rat was my first ever subscriber. I appreciate it, guys. You guys have, supported me for the last 2+ years of being a partner on Twitch. And guys, I totally appreciate it. It's so humbling to know that people help support you do what you love to do. And I've gotten so many great emails over the years saying, Dave, thanks for what you do. Thanks for all the Roll20 tutorials. Thanks for the Fantasy Grounds tutorials. Thanks for the videos. Thanks for all the games that you do. And and that makes me feel good. That makes me want to continue to do this. But I can't do it like I was doing it before. I just can't. I can't do it financially. So that is why I'm setting up Patreon. Alright guys, so enough about that. I'm going to move on to what I'm doing this week. So I've got a lot going on. I'm going to be making tokens tonight. So I'll be streaming some token fun tonight. I'll be, doing the bases, cleaning up the rest of my tokens. I've gotten a couple more token packs. Everything Devon Knight puts out, I buy. There's another guy that I buy a lot of stuff from too. They're more realistic tokens, but he's got a lot of the monsters that Devon doesn't have. So, I'm trying to get a full codex of every single monster, and I'm getting there. I've got thousands and thousands of tokens, and I'm putting the gray base on the bottom to make it actually look like a real token. That's what I'm really liking. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to be doing that throughout the week. I'm also going to be doing some Shadow of the Demon Lord prep. I'll also be doing some Titan's Grave prep. Also, the Titan's Grave game is up on YouTube. If you guys miss it, there was a hell of a good session on Saturday. It was awesome. The role play was exquisite. 2 new players, Anime, and also Check for Traps, along with Misty and Worm. Those 4 really doing a great job. Now, if I have the opportunity to add a 5th player to that, I probably will. But I haven't. We'll see how the Patreons and also the Twitch subscribers respond to that email that is in your box right now. So, if I get several players, maybe I might even add another player to Sci-Fi Saturday. So we'll have to see. All right, guys. So I'll be doing that. Friday, I'm not sure what I'll be doing, but I'll probably turn on the stream. We'll probably do something. I know Wednesday we'll be playing Divinity Original Sin. Myself, Wee Willie, Worm, and Misty, we are playing the game on a save and multiplayer mode, and that was really fun. We did our first session a couple weeks ago. We'll be doing another session this Wednesday. I believe it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's only 2 hours, 7 to 9 p.m. I'll be streaming that also. Then on Friday, I'll probably be doing something tabletop game related, and also probably, once I'm done with that, maybe we'll play some Dirty Cards Against Humanity, or maybe we'll play some Zombie Dice or something like that on Tabletop Simulator. Then on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we've got our Titan's Grave continuation. The party just found the staff Forlorn Hope. They went back to Voss headquarters, found out a lot about the war, found out the truth about the Prophet Darwin, and they are off to Arnon Reed's estate. So they are going to try to find the Prophet, which is actually alive and well, and is actually growing power again, and the Prophet wants to start the Chaos Wars again. So the party has her staff now, and they are going to go and kill her and end all of this once and for all. That'll be Saturday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be starting the stream up at about 1:30, playing some Backstreet Boys, stuff like that. Sunday, hopefully, if the players show up, we'll be playing Shadow the Demon Lord. We were supposed to play Shadow the Demon Lord yesterday. Unfortunately, I had 2 players, no show. So, hopefully I'll be able to get that rectified and have players ready to go for Sunday. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell your friends, tell your family. And there you go. That's it for me, guys. 2 weeks, I'll have more information on Shadow of the Demon Lords. A very special announcement. Hopefully I have an announcement about 13th Age as well. Pretty cool announcement there, hopefully. And thank you guys again. I appreciate it. I'll have more details on Patreon in a couple weeks. I don't know if it's going to be launched in a couple weeks. It all depends on art. It all depends on animation. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I love you guys. And until next time, happy gaming. Happy 4th of July. Don't blow any fingers off tonight. See you guys later.